Welcome to Upside Down and Back to Front. I'm your host, Keegan. I'm a young transgender person from South Africa who is passionate about helping others. On this podcast, I will talk about being transgender, my journey, neurodivergency, as I am autistic, and bring in others to share their experiences. This is a safe space for everyone, so please stick around. Hey there. I must admit, I was tempted to say hello internet. I guess that era never really leaves you, does it? Anyway, my name is Keegan. I'm 21 years old, I live in South Africa. I'm transgender, and I also decided to start a podcast. Why? Well, I came up with the idea for this podcast after some friends and I were invited to speak on a local radio show. It was called Lotus FM. We were there that day to give a little background information about what it means to be a part of the LGBTQ+ community, and to share some of our experiences growing up as members of said community. We got to answer questions prepared by our host, share personal stories, and respond to listeners. I found it to be such an amazing experience, and I honestly just really enjoyed it. I had so much fun, though perhaps more importantly, I felt like what we were doing was important work. There was so much more I wanted to and needed to talk about, but the show was a one-off. On the drive home, my friend, who is basically family and a great mentor of mine, Kim Lithgow, and I were chatting about it. We were buzzing still from the excitement and the nerves, and I, without thinking, said that this would be a great idea for a podcast. Kim asked me to explain more, and I suddenly found myself info-dumping all these ideas I didn't even really know I had. Things I thought about talking about, or sharing with others. It was like opening the floodgates. My excitement was palpable. Kim, who was just as excited as I was, said to me, "Okay, if you want it, it's your project. You can be the host." I said I would love to, at once, which surprised me, as did my level of excitement. I'm not the most sociable person, to put it mildly. I have autism, and I find interacting with people, especially new people, very difficult. Sometimes people have asked me, when they first met me, if I can even talk. Now, if you were to ask anyone close to me if I talk a lot, you will get a resounding yes. In fact, my uncle pretty much says I never shut up, especially when it's something I'm passionate about. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm sharing something I am passionate about. I have realized the importance of sharing our experiences and educating others as an LGBTQ+ person here in South Africa. There is a gap in the market, so to speak. So many people need support, and there just aren't enough easily accessible ways they can get it. I had often thought about sharing my journey in the form of YouTube videos, blog posts, or other social media, but I lacked the confidence. I think being a part of the radio show and finding it was something I both enjoyed and that came quite easily to me has given me the push I needed. For a few years now, I have been part of an LGBTQ+ support group called Love Toti. Love Toti was founded by Kim Lithgow and her partner Angela. The work they have done and continue to do is extraordinary, and I hope to make many episodes discussing it in detail. From my experience in being a part of the group for so long, I have noticed how often people contact Kim with the same questions and concerns. We realized this comes down to a lack of easily accessible resources and support. That's what I hope to remedy here. I want to create an archive of resources for members of the LGBTQ+ community, their friends and family, or just anyone interested in learning more. As a young transgender person, I know how important it is to find community and support. That is why I want to cover topics that I know I would have benefited from when I was starting this journey. Things such as, what does it mean to be transgender? How to come out to friends and family? How to change your name? And resources for people looking to start their transition. I also want to share stories of people in the community, not just my own. I remember how much hope it gave me in the early days to see people who had gone through the same things as me and come out on the other side. Although my experience is mostly centered around being trans, that's not the only aspect I want to talk about. I know that everyone needs resources, so I'll be bringing in friends, family, as well as other members of the community to share their advice for those struggling with their sexuality or gender identity, about how to come out to people, especially parents, the reactions of friends and family, and how to accept yourself. I know what a difference support can make. It can completely turn around your life. It did for me, and I want to do the same for others, So if any of this interests you, please stick around and consider sharing with others. Stay safe, be kind, and you are worth so much more than you could ever know.